Jornal Alfredo Wagner Online. Mais mergulho profundo nas notícias.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take the sources you send us and really unpack them, looking for those key insights.
That's right, trying to get to the heart of the story.
And today we're looking at something pretty special, a young musician finding a really unique way to share her music.
A violinist, right?
Yeah, Karolina Protsenko. Our mission here is to understand her story, how she's captivating people, basically, from the street corner.
It's a fascinating angle.
It really is. Oh, and before we get too far in, just a reminder, you can find all the source materials and our other deep dives if you subscribe to Mergulho Profundo Journal Alfredo Wagner Online.
Definitely check that out.
Okay, so Karolina Protsenko. The sources paint a picture of this 16-year-old violinist. Quite a journey already.
Born in Ukraine, Kyiv, back in 2008.
Right, and then moved to the U.S. in 2015. And get this, she started violin lessons that same year.
Wow, okay, so pretty much jumped right in.
Exactly, and what's really striking, I think, is how fast she went from starting lessons to performing publicly. But not in the usual way.
No concert halls, right. That's what stands out.
Yeah.
She chose sidewalks, plazas, especially around Santa Monica in California.
Yeah, that's her spot, it seems.
It feels less like typical busking and more like a deliberate performance choice, a way to connect directly.
And the style, it's this blend, isn't it? You hear the classical training, the technique is there.
Oh, for sure.
But then it's mixed with this raw energy, the spontaneity you only really get performing out in the open like that.
Totally. Just her violin and a little speaker for some backing tracks, maybe. That's it.
So simple. No big production. Just the music and her presence.
And that presence seems key. It's not just playing notes. It's about creating this little bubble, an emotional space right in the middle of everything.
You see it in the videos from the sources. People literally stop in their tracks.
Mm-hmm. And her song choices help, I think. Popular stuff people know. Over the Rainbow, Coldplay's Fix You, Let It Go.
Things that resonate instantly.
Yeah. And there's not just covers. They become these shared moments. You see kids dancing, older people holding hands.
Strangers connecting over a song on a sidewalk. It's quite powerful. Real emotion happening live.
Right there.
And what's wild is how this very grounded, very real world thing she does on the street, it exploded online.
That's the really interesting twist, isn't it?
Yeah.
This street performance generated huge digital success.
Huge is right. Millions of followers, the sources say. Hundreds of millions of views.
Wow.
She even ended up on the Ellen DeGeneres show, all from playing violin on the pavement.
It kind of flips the script on how you expect online fame to work,
Yeah.
Usually it's polished studio content. But her whole thing seems to stem from the authenticity of those street moments. The videos capture the real reactions, the unexpected beauty cutting through a normal day.
Yeah, it suggests people are really craving that genuineness, even online, those unscripted bits of life.
Absolutely.
So if we zoom out a bit, connect this to the bigger picture, her story feels like it's about more than just talent, right?
Definitely. It's about presence, authenticity maybe, in a world that's just so noisy. So much digital clutter.
Her music, right there in the open, it offers a pause. Like you said, it creates a space.
A little pocket of connection. Reconnecting with feeling, with other people. Turning a regular street corner into something kind of magical for a few minutes.
It's enchanting. That's a good word for it.
It really makes you think, though.
Yeah.
We consume so much art through screens now, all polished and edited. What's the unique power of just seeing and hearing an artist live, right there, unfiltered? Her success suggests it's still incredibly valuable, maybe more than ever.
So wrapping this up, what's the takeaway? Karolina's story seems to show how simple, heartfelt art can have this massive impact.
Yeah, how a connection forged in an unexpected place like a street corner can touch individuals but also ripple out globally online.
It's a solid reminder that the most powerful performances, they aren't always under the big spotlights, are they?
Not always. Sometimes they're right there in front of you.
Which leaves a question for you listening. Could it be that the most moving, most authentic artistic moments aren't in the grand halls, but just out there, happening spontaneously?
Something to think about.
That's our quick dive into Karolina Protsenko's story based on the sources you shared. To dig into those sources yourself, see the videos, head over to Mergulho Profundo Journal Alfredo Wagner Online.
You'll find it all there.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.
Jornal Alfredo Wagner Online. Mais mergulho profundo nas notícias.